Good evening and welcome to this evening's live stream. So we're just getting started, so just give me a few moments as I get set up. I hope everyone is having a good weekend, had a good weekend. I'm hoping you can hear me. I should really start by checking my audio volume, which I can see is working, which is great. So let's have a quick look at what's going on here, make sure everything is connected. Right, let's have scroll across. Sorry, just bear with me. I am kicking off, and I feel like because I missed last week, I feel like I'm a little bit out of practice about about the live stream itself. Like, yeah, I feel I shouldn't be out of practice because it's only been a week, but I feel like I kind of am. But anyway, so let's have a look at what we have going on here. So we just need to go here. Just two more things to check, and then we should be in a good place to start. There we go. Oh, yeah. Cool. Let's kick off. Sorry, one more. This is the problem with streaming across multiple platforms. You need to make sure everything is working as it should be across every single platform. So yeah, I think we're good there. We are definitely good there. Okay, cool. So yeah, it's been a little while. We've had a. I don't. You know what? I genuinely am out of practice. I think I haven't really had product releases as such. We've had a few items that we kind of had been promised, I guess, would be coming. And now I'm having issues with my screen. Are you going to play ball? Are you not going to play ball? I don't know if it is. Anyway, let's go with some hellos first. I think that's going to be a good starting point. So let's go down here. I've had a little bit of a change in terms of my screen setup. So let's see. Where do we get to? So hopefully this is working. Yes, it is. Hello, CJ. How you doing? Hope you're having a great weekend. You can hear me loud and clear, which is great. That's what we want to hear. Hello from Brazil. Hello. Good afternoon for you, I'm guessing. Hereish, good afternoon. And good evening or good afternoon, Cyberdog. So Cyberdog was very upset last week that I didn't stream. I think he had to take a whole week just to recuperate, just because I didn't turn up last week. So I'm here just for you, Cyberdog. So enjoy the stream. Good afternoon from an iced in central Texas. Texas officially closed due to the ice storm. Yeah, I have heard you guys over there are having some very interesting weather. I heard it's going to be very cold, and yeah, there's a lot of snow coming. But it's 6 degrees in England, so yeah, that's definitely winter for us. And then summer on the opposite end of the spectrum is about 20 degrees. So you know, and that's Celsius for anybody that wants to know. Not Fahrenheit. Good evening, Vasil. How you doing? Wonderful. Yep, definitely. We do like that like button being hit. I don't know how many of us are here. Let's have a look. Okay, 20 of us, 9 likes. That's it's a 50% ratio. Not bad. I'll take that generally for a first 5 minutes, 10 minutes of a stream. I will definitely take that one. You made it all the way to Brazil. Yeah, definitely. I had to think about where I was in terms of time zones then. Good evening, John. How you doing? Excellent. This is what we want to see. Hey, Cody. How you doing? Welcome to the stream. Yeah, it's definitely been a slow few weeks. I will definitely agree with you for sure. Let's hope. I think I need another week just to enter in the new year nicely, and then I think we can go back into full force again. Hello, Crunch. How you doing? Yeah, I'm sure it was. But you're getting double dosage today. You had Cody's stream earlier, and now you've got my stream. So for sure. Yeah, everyone say hello to Cody. He is in the comments at the moment. How long for? I'm not sure, but he's around at the moment. I got the new large antenna connected to my super hub in the office, and it's only about 1 meter long. Would like a longer extension cable to add to it. Okay, that's interesting. All right, give me 1 second. You're probably going to see my screen popping up on the display here, but my screen. There's always definitely one issue with my live stream, And today, it's my screen. I'm trying to plug this back in without looking. There we go. Right. I'm hoping that hasn't messed everything up because we know that generally happens on my streams. So we did, however, sorry, let me just get everything back to where it was so I can, yeah. Let's just make that a little bit bigger. Cool, there we go. Right, I think we are in a better position. Now my screen is not flickering, so... Right, let's get back to these let's get back to these questions. Or hellos anyway, as we are. Hello from Minnesota. So I'm expecting a lot of you from North America at the moment because since you guys really can't go anywhere, so I'm hoping there's going to be a few of you in there. That will be in the comments anyway. Good afternoon from a cold but not icy here in the south part of Houston, Texas. Okay, so I guess you've not been hit that badly just yet. Do you know where I can get an extension cable? So I don't actually know. I've not actually spent much time looking at the antenna. But if we go to store.ui.com, normally, Frederick, I'll be looking to you to answer the questions for me, but this time you're making me answer the questions. Let's have a little look. I don't even know what kind of... where will it be? Door access. Nope. Security cameras. I will flick the page over in just a moment. Give me a second. Superlink high gain antenna. I'm wondering if it's just an RPSMA adapter that you need. That's what I'm just having a look at. Whether you can just use that to technical. I don't actually know the answer to this question. So if anybody can help Frederick out, he's obviously looking to, let me just bring that up. Nope, that is definitely the wrong screen that you don't want to see. It's a good thing I, okay, 1 second. All right, let's go to OBS. I'm pretty sure I fixed this just before I started the stream. And I'm not going to be able to fix it because I'm going to have to click on it. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. You're not seeing anything that you're not supposed to. You're just seeing all the mess that I have on my screen. So there you go. You guys can enjoy that. There we go. See, it just suddenly flicked across just like that. Interesting. Anyway, so that was very weird. That wasn't supposed to happen. Let's see if that happens again. There we go. Anyway, it was a bit of a mess on that screen, and that's the joy of multi-streaming across different platforms. So anyway, this right here, I apologize. I haven't looked at the comments to see if anybody's said anything, but I'm sure you can get some sort of extension for this. I'm just trying to figure out what kind of connector it is on the end. It doesn't actually say, does it? Cable device still. Superlink gateway. Let's have a look. Technical. I don't think it actually says. So at this point, I will take that one away and see if I can figure that out for you if someone's not already answered it. We'll have a look through the comments and see if anybody has. Hello. Hi there. I have a Unify system. I would like to know if it's possible to block ads, especially on YouTube. So there is an ad block feature that you can use. I will... I don't know if I can say this on YouTube, really. If you... because I am streaming on that platform, so I'm not sure you can say something about that. But anyway, nonetheless, yes, you can use a third-party tool, something like Pi-hole, that will do some ad blocking for you if that's something that you're looking for. But yeah, it just depends. I really don't know how much I can say on YouTube, but anyway. But yeah, you can use a third-party tool. There is some features inside Unify, but it's not as granular as you would expect it to be. Or you can use a web browser or something like Brave. I think someone mentioned last week. And yeah, you could use something like that. And you were both in each other's streams. Yeah, definitely. It's always good to well, I almost want to say I listen to Cody's stream to give me some ideas of what I'm going to talk about, but then by the time my stream comes, I forget about everything that he's spoken about. So yeah, you guys definitely keep that going anyway. Yeah, I think Cody's definitely got a fun day lined up ahead, cleaning up his basement and going through his network gear. So hopefully we can see some videos coming this week. We have a UNVR with 4 8TB drives, standard purple drives, hooked them up to the UDM Pro, and there's 21 HDM5 cameras on the UNVR, around about 80. If I missed a part of your question here, crunch 9. Have I missed something? Or are you just telling me what you have set up? Okay, cool. Yeah, I don't know what I have. I don't know what my bit rate is. I can't really show you too much, but let me go to my Unify account and see. I think mine was around about 30 or 40, I think. I don't think there was too much in mine. Let's have a look. UDM. What's my bit rate at? I don't think 40 megabits per second. So yeah, not bad. I think I'm running about 11 cameras at the moment, something like that. Anyway, we move on. We're getting oh, there we go. There's a follow-up part. If I read the next comment, there's a follow-up part to this. We're getting server seconds lag on the UNVR lately. 7 seconds, I'm assuming that means, or server seconds. Don't know. Couldn't say for sure. For example, if I click on a single camera from a multi, it will open, but the image will lag instantly. It takes about 2 to 5 seconds. I mean, 90 megabits. What did you say? Yeah, around 90 megabits per second's not anything strenuous, I wouldn't think. The UNVR should be able to handle what you've put in there. Has it been since a recent update? Possibly. The PTZ, if I select a preset from the view angle, it takes 2 to 5 seconds. Definitely have a look at the CPU and see what that's doing in the memory to see how high it is. I almost want to tell you, but I don't want to tell you. Maybe give it a reboot. I'm sure you probably have. That would be another thing, just to give it a quick check when your last update was. And what else could you possibly check? I mean, your drives, you've got the standard drives in there. I mean, I've heard this now a few times that people have been told to go from the 5400 RPM to the 7200 RPM drives. Sometimes it's just the seeking. It might not necessarily be, I mean, I would definitely check the CPU first and see where you are with that. Obviously, if you're maxing out your CPU or your memory, that's definitely going to cause you some lag. So give that a go for sure. That will be in the settings. If you click on the console, go to the settings, and it should be in the insights, I believe, somewhere around there. There should be system statistics, something like that. So yeah, definitely give that a go initially and see what that's showing. Chrismo 2026. Good evening, everyone. Good evening. Hey TJ, how you doing? Yeah, we're pretty much homebound. Yeah, I can imagine with a lot of snow and cold weather coming in, I would expect not a lot of people would be going anywhere unless they really have to. Does anybody else get their person tracking on their G6 PTZ turned on automatically? I can't say I do, but it's not something that turns on automatically, no. Schools have already announced they will be closed tomorrow. Oh, I wish I was at school and it was closed tomorrow, but yeah, we have to go back to work tomorrow. Hi, I'm planning a unified deployment and choosing between the Dream Machine SE and the Dream Wall. Is the Dream Wall equivalent to the UDM SE in unified network capacity and performance? So let's answer this question together because we love doing that. techspecs.ui.com. So this is going to be one of my favorite sites. techspecs.ui.com, and there's a little compare button in the top right hand corner, and then we can select. So let's go. So what are you looking to buy? Dream Machine SE versus Dreamwall. So let's have a look. You can put more cameras on the Dream Machine Special Edition. So yeah, there's not as many. I know you asked specifically around network, but in terms of devices, you can get more in terms of simultaneous users connected. I mean, the Dream Wall is good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, it's 3.5 gig IPS and IDS. It's a different in terms of how it's mounted. But one thing I will say is I did ask the question at the UWC last year, and I don't think there's going to be too much more further development. From the answer that I got, it doesn't sound like there's going to be too much more development happening on the Dream Wall. But that being said, if it fits your scenario and you're looking for that all-in-one unit to just sit on the wall, then it's still a solid device. It will do it. It will still keep getting updates for the foreseeable future. How long that is, I mean, I couldn't give you an exact amount. But yeah, I mean, in terms of everything else within it, it seems to be fairly similar, other than obviously the built-in Wi-Fi and the additional ports. So yeah, I think in terms of network-wise, yeah, I don't think you're going to get too much more difference between, other than the simultaneous clients. And what was the other thing I said? Yeah, and you won't be able to manage any access hubs, which you haven't asked about. So I think the 1,000 clients is the biggest one between them. They both have 3.5 gig IPS IDS throughput. So yeah, I think that is there. I think while we're here, actually, let's what videos have I released in the last 2 weeks? So there's the 5G Outdoor Max that I released. I can't remember that if that was there on the previous live stream. We had Olilo. So they are a UK-based ISP. If anybody's after a new ISP, it's definitely worth giving them a check out. They'll give you a static V4 address as standard. They'll give you a V6 address if you're looking to do IPv6. And yeah, definitely worth giving them a check out. They have gigabit, 1.5 gig, 2 gig, and 2.5 gig lines. And they're going to 5 gig eventually, which should be sometime in this quarter, I believe. We then did a video on Unify Fabrics. So that was something that actually they did release, was Unify Fabrics. So that's come out. So if you want to do your multi-site management, that's something worth having a look at. And I think that's it, really. I've got a Unified Dome video, the G6 Pro Dome. So I've done that video. That's going to get released in the next couple of days. I know that's been out a little while. And I have a Network 2026 video, which is going to be coming soon. I just don't know when. So yeah, that's going to be dropping very imminently. And for anybody wanting to know, that video is currently about 1 hour and 40 minutes long. So yeah, we cover a fair amount in that one. The antenna did come with a small connector to connector with another cable, but you cannot replace the 1 meter cable, as that antenna cable was different. Okay, all right, interesting. I don't know too much about the high gain antenna, so I couldn't comment too much. Hello, good evening. I have 8 door entry sensors installed. They all set up with Alarm Manager. Triggers to play PoE sound when the door is open, all working okay. Okay. To be confirmed. Okay, let's read before I start jumping ahead. I then added 6 of the 8 entry sensors to the alarm profiles in order to experiment with them using as part of the intruder alarm. Okay. After adding these 6, the triggers stopped working for those 6 sensors. Interesting. Okay. So after you added those 6 sensors to the alarm profile, it stopped working. Is it the same profile you're using, or I say the same profile, is it the same alarm you're using, or did you try another alarm, create a secondary alarm for it? I'm just intrigued how you've actually set it up in Alarm Manager. But that would definitely be interesting as to why that would be doing that. On another note, why can't you show us too much? What are you hiding? If you have a look at how many boxes are on my floor, it's actually embarrassing at this point now. I think I really do need to have a tidy up. So yeah. But I do have a few things to show you, actually. So I did get sent this earlier this week, which is the motion sensor. Don't know if you can see that. I'm hoping you can see that. Can you read it? It's like so small. It's on that side somewhere. Cover my face. No, you can't. That's bad. Anyway, I think maybe you can look here. Yeah, there you go. So that's the motion sensor that I have that I need to review at some point. And also, I know a few of you, and I think it was Dwight that kept asking me. I have this. I have the Pro Bullet Enhancer. So for those that are wanting to know what the Pro Bullet Enhancer is all about, this is going to be a video at some point. I just don't know when. If somebody can help me find more hours in the day, that would be that would be great. So I can get round to reviewing all of this stuff, because time is disappearing quite quickly at this moment. But yeah, the Pro Enhancer is the interesting one, because if I just go and have a look, where are we? Pro Enhancer. So this is the enhancer. So we have the AI enhancer, which is long range floodlight radar detection, and for the AI Pro. But there's actually a G6 Pro Bullet one as well, which works for both of them. But this has the radar detection accessory. So in Alarm Manager, when you can see the radar, I'm actually want to try this out to see how it works. FAQ. So there's some stuff in here around about the differences between them. So it says what it is, a 600 lumen light, and it's a high output speaker. So I want to see how loud that is and what it can and can't do. Only supports, well, this one supports, and it contains an IP5X protection. So the radar is going to be interesting, because this does object distance, speed, and triggers color night vision when motion is detected, and enables smart speed based event alerts. So yeah, I'm going to be interested to see what this is all about, and obviously the built-in speaker. Instant alerts based on camera events or two-way audio, so you can trigger it to get it to trigger some sort of audio. So definitely going to be interested to try that out to see what I can and can't do with that. And I feel like I'm quite far behind on my questions, so I should probably. That's not too bad. Okay, anyway. It'd be nice to detect animals with Ubiquiti cameras. Any ideas? Not just dogs, snakes, or any other types of animals. I mean, yeah, that would be good, but I'm not sure how advanced their software is from that side of things. I'm sure there's probably stuff in the works, but yeah, maybe with the AI key, it might be a little bit more smarter, but it's not something I've tested. Hi, engineer. I wonder which router I should use if I want to use the 2.5 gig. The UDR7, the UDMSE, Pro Max, UCG Fiber, or UCG Max. The world is your oyster. There's quite a lot of options for you there. It just depends on what fits your solution. Do you want something all in one? Do you want something with a higher throughput? Do you need something with PoE? Do you need something with built-in Wi-Fi? There's 1,000 questions that come off the back of that. So it just really depends. And obviously the biggest one, which one fits your budget? Do you want something compact? Do you want something rack mountable? Like, yeah, there's 100 questions off that one. So it really depends what fits your scenario. Is there a reason the G5 PTZ does not have patrol mode? Because it's not heavy duty enough, or do you know? I don't actually know, to be honest. I actually thought it did have it, but I guess it doesn't. I almost feel like when they released it, they said the patrol mode was coming, but that could have been another camera. I could be getting it confused with something else. But yeah, I can't see anything about patrol mode. But yeah, no, I wouldn't be able to answer that one for you, unfortunately. It's not just the drive. Sometimes I experience the same. I just reboot the camera, and it usually fixes the issue. Is this about? Is this about the cameras, or is this about I can't remember what was it around. What was it about the protect the cameras delaying? Was that about that one? I can't remember. Go to control panel console about this console. Also, why is hardware accelerator just disabled when QoS is enabled? I mean, this is all stuff, unfortunately, I can't really answer for you. I would, if you want to find out this sort of answer, I'd probably put these on Ubiquiti's forums. This is something, there might be a reason for this from a software side of things, or there might be something from a hardware side of things. I'm not quite sure, but maybe they can answer this question for you. Okay, to get the CPU performance. Okay, fine. Any updates on when IPv6 will finally be implemented for WireGuard? I know they're building out the IPv6, but yeah, I don't know when there's specific IPv6 coming to specific features, unfortunately. Best thing is to go to community.ui.com and look at the releases, and it doesn't tell you what the upcoming releases are, but you can see what's in those releases when they are released. Click on unique specs only to the differences. Yeah, that's always it's always useful. Just if you want to see a quick look at the individual specs. War Beast Pro Max. Yeah, I mean that would be nice, but I don't think that will be happening. Nice, thanks. So I'm just going through some of the questions, seeing if there's anything else. I checked the UNVR and the average CPU load is 24%. Okay, so not a lot really. 50%. Yeah, that's not too high. The reboot doesn't seem to help. Do I need to reboot the UDM and the switch also? I don't think that's probably going to help you. I'm assuming you've just upgraded to the latest 6.2.88, I think it is, because they did say there's some performance fixes in there. So where is it? Community.ui.com. Releases, Wi-Fi network. Where's protect? There we go. So this one was released a few days ago, 5 days ago. I'm guessing you're probably going to say yeah. Updated bundle, improved. So was it this one? I'm sure they released some stuff about this to address stream recovery issues. So yeah, that's there, and I'm sure I read something about performance in this one as well. Maybe it was from one of Ubiquiti's posts, maybe. Let's go to 6.2.88. So I'm just reading through to make sure I've not missed something. So this is on, yeah, I'm sharing the right thing. So this is on Reddit. So it says this release resolves camera stabilities and detection regressions introduced into Protect, restoring expected behavior and overall system reliability. So yeah, if you haven't, I would definitely try and upgrade to 6.2.88. That would definitely be worthwhile looking at initially if you're not on the latest and greatest. But if not, I would definitely get a ticket log with Ubiquiti, because it sounds like they probably did have this issue. And if there is still issues with it, then yeah, worth getting it logged with them for sure. The lack of long-term support and updates for the Dream Wall concerns me a bit. I mean, I wouldn't say they're going to stop supporting it tomorrow, but it's part of their lineup at the moment. It's been out a few years. I can't see them phasing it out anytime soon. But it's the same as the UDM SE. I think the UDM SE is slightly older than the Dream Wall. So it really depends on which way you want to go. Yeah. Make sure your MVR and all your cameras are on the same layer 3 switch. Yeah, that's one. That's another thing to look at is the physical connection. Also use a DAC cable to connect the UMVR to a switch. Yeah, again, yeah, physical connectivity is definitely a big one. I feel like I answered this question, but yeah, the answers I'm not sure, if I'm honest. Unfortunately, the cameras are spread so far apart that they're on 3 separate switches. I haven't noticed this till now the last few weeks. System is going on 2 years old, so it's probably it's definitely triggered by something. Just not sure what. I'm assuming you've checked your links between the switches. I'd be very surprised if they're saturated, but well, actually, I wouldn't be surprised. It depends on what you're doing on your network, but have a look at the links between your switches and just make sure they're not saturated. Have a look at your switch to see how the performance is on there. Have a look at your aggregation switch if that's what you're going into. See what's happening on there. Mine recognizes deers as animals. Squirrels, birds are too small for it to recognize unless they're right in front of the camera. This is also going to add going through multiple switches that each has to process the frames. You could check to see if the following are enabled. You could the CPU, spotlight, low latency, smart detection, heat maps, highlight, scrum preview. Yeah, I mean, you can start turning these sorts of things off one by one, and seeing if that helps. But yeah, and yes, I do. I do have another bottle stashed away somewhere. I think I learnt my lesson last time. So, yep, definitely. Hey, Black Jedi, good evening. Hit that like button if you are just joining us. I don't know how many of us there are at the moment. Let's have a little look. I think there's about 37 of you, maybe less. 34, 24 likes. Okay, still not bad, not bad. That's a good ratio up until now. But yeah, let's see. Where do we get to? Try powering everything on, powering up one at a time. I mean, yeah, you could take out half of your cameras and see if you're still getting the performance hit. Then that gives you some sort of idea as to what's going on. Why is my U7 Lite with only 2 clients half the speed of my Deco with 15 clients? I don't know what spec your Deco was, but is there any sort of meshing or anything going on between your two access points to reduce your bandwidth? Depends how your network's been set up. Yeah, I couldn't. That's a very vague question, unfortunately. Yes, but not 5 seconds plus. Plus, it hasn't been done until recently. It's been fine for almost 2 years. I'm on 6.2.88. Okay, interesting. I almost want to say I think I've got a client that's having a similar sort of issues, but not in terms of delays. They were generally having streaming issues, which is I'm hoping I haven't upgraded them to 6.2.88, which I'm hoping that kind of resolves the issue for them. But yeah, it's interesting. There's definitely something that's got on, but give a ticket a log to Ubiquiti, because if there is still something that needs to be fixed and it's happening to you, it might be happening to other people as well. Definitely get that ticket logged with them, because I think because they've had these issues, they're definitely going to be a little bit more interested than they would generally if it was just a support ticket. 25k subs, congratulations, thank you very much. Only another 75,000 to go to get that silver plaque, so we're getting there slowly but surely. We're getting there. I don't think I'll be doing a giveaway at this 25,000, but I think when we hit 30,000, I will do another giveaway. But that might be, yeah, I don't know when that's going to be. We'll see. Do the new entry and motion sensors integrate into Unify Access? No, they go into Unify Protect, and they work within there. I don't think I've It's something I'll give a go, but I don't think there's anything that actually comes up in Unify Access. I don't think there is anything that actually comes up in there. Check your system logs to see if anything weird happened in there. Changes, try reverting them. Yep. Crunch finally. Finally, check the status and the health of your HDDs. Yeah. I mean, these are all. Thanks, Frederick. I mean, these are all valid things to check on your UNVR to see what's happening. But yeah, I'll still stick with my story of definitely get that ticket logged with them, because I'm sure they would be very interested. Hello, good evening. Tune in late. Yeah, no worries. I mean, we're here for, I don't know how much longer we're going to be here for. I don't know if we're going to do a full hour today. We'll see how we get on. But yeah, welcome to the stream. Let's have a look. How can we submit suggestions to Unify Protect as features we would like? There's a couple of ways. Definitely go to the community forum. So go to community.ui.com. Let me see if I can find an example. Let's have a look. Oh, here we go. Perfect example. So just like this one here, this person has put feature request, add the ability to upload 10 or more audio files and protect. And they've just stuck feature request in. So just go to the right one, whether it's door access, talk, identity, play, mobility, NAS, UISP, amplifier, whatever it is, or network. And there's another one there. Feature request, pop it in. I'm sure if there is enough response or enough people are wanting this, it may be something they might look into. So yeah, that's if you want to submit a feature request of some sort. Excuse me. Have you run into an issue with the SFP wizard that it no longer can write to other SFP vendors? So I've read about this. I've not done too much with the SFP Plus since SFP wizard since it's been released, but I've seen a few people that have had this not issue, but I think I read a few people saying some bits online. Obviously, this isn't me confirming anything. This is just me what I've read online around some lawsuits or whatever there are. Other companies might not necessarily be happy, which there might be kind of like a takedown request or feature removal request. There might be some legality around it. That's, again, pure speculation, might not necessarily be the case. But yeah, if you look through the software updates, where is it? Let's see if I can find it. SFP wizard. I don't know. I don't know if they actually improved configuration, writing, and copying resilience, device stability. So that was 1.0, added revisions and compliance pages. 1.13, added messaging when trying to write to a, yeah. So I can't write. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people complaining about the same stuff. So yeah, I don't know why they've removed it or what the reason was for it, but yeah. I don't know if there is. This works great. Yeah, I don't know what the reason is entirely, but yeah. A ticket for sure. There's also things to try to see if there's something. Yeah, and when you log those tickets with Ubiquiti, it's worth listing out everything you've tried, because obviously the first ticket that the person gets is obviously going to be their level 1 support, you might want to call it. So they'll ask you to do some of the basic things like restart, do this, do this, do this. So it's just easier if you just say, okay, I've restarted, I've done this, I've checked this, this is what's showing on here, and obviously attach the support file for them to have a look at as well. So at least you've done everything that you need it to do. Earlier, I was watching a video review of the UTR and realized some of the units have written. Earlier, I was watching a review of the UTR and realized some of the units have travel router written on them and some have Unify. Interesting. I don't think I've ever noticed that. I don't know what mine says. I don't know where mine is. I think mine's in the other room. I want to do a follow-up video on this because obviously they've added a whole bunch of features in since I did a video on it. So where is it? Travel router. So yeah, I mean, if we have a little look at the travel router since they've released it, they've added in. So this was the initial release of it. Then they added in some improvements. They fixed some issues. Then what was this? WireGuard support for the travel router. Then there's a whole bunch of other stuff in here. So they've put a VPN kill switch. They've put MAC address randomization, improved the boot time, display names for teleport servers. What else have they done? Improved boot time, added support per link TTL config. Yeah, and there's a whole bunch of stuff. So I really want to give this a go and see what the new stuff is all about. So again, another one on the to-do list around around the travel router. So I don't know when that will come, but hopefully at some point it will. Let's have a look. What do we got here? Lovely bit of spam. That's what we need. How do you feel about using the Express 7 as an access point for the UCG fiber instead of the U7 Pro? It really depends what you it really depends what you wish to do. I mean, you can use it as an access point. There's nothing stopping you. I know there's people that have used it as access points. So if the Express is just sitting there doing nothing, yeah, you can use it as it. In terms of what specs you get out of it, I can't remember. Store.ui.com. Let's take a look. Gateways, Express 7. What's it got in there? So it's got 2x2 antennas in there, 2.4, 5, and 6 gigahertz. Let's have a little look. Yeah, I mean, I don't see why not. I don't see why you wouldn't want to use it. What does the U7 Pro have? U7 Pro. U7 Pro. Actually, looking at that, that's another video I need to do. I have the U7 Pro XG wall. Don't know where that is. I think that's next door as well. Where's the U7 Pro? There it is. I mean, yeah, they have the 2x2 antennas, so I don't see why not. I don't see why you wouldn't want to use it over the U7 Pro. I think you can get just as good a speed out of it. Do you think Ubiquiti will ever add true folder synchronization on their system on their NAS, similar to Synology Drive or CloudSync? I'm hoping they do a lot more with. I'm hoping they do a lot more with their NAS. I think they are in their infancy. I think they're still finding their feet around the NAS system. I mean, they've made their stance clear that they are going to be a storage vendor. In terms of that, it's just going to be used for storage. It's not going to be one of these all-in-one units that has everything. That you can run everything off. I mean, so I'm hoping with the enterprise ID and stuff like that, they will have some sort of sync option or some sort of backup option. But I just don't know what direction it's going to go in. I can't remember what happened at the UWC, whether they mentioned too much around that. And there is one thing I should mention. Let's just close this. So I did have another package turn up this week, and it was this. Oh, no, we don't want to go back. Sorry, 1 second. I clicked the wrong button there. It's a good thing I didn't click end stream. That would have been interesting, because that button is just in the top corner, so that would have been quite interesting. Yeah, so I had one of these turn up. A nice brand new 12U rack. I've been waiting for this for a little while, so now I need to get my electrician in to move some plugs around a little bit. So that was the package it came in. What can you see? Yeah, there. Okay. So that was the package it came in. Don't know if you can see that, but yeah, it comes on a pallet, fully wrapped. From what I've been told, there's quite a bit of packaging involved in this. So yeah, looking forward to getting this one set up. And it's the swing door one. So there's a cable entry at the top. Yeah. Anyway, I'm looking forward to getting this set up. The only thing I need to figure out is, well, not figure it out, a thing I need to do is my cables that come in, I did them a very long time ago before I knew anything about everything. And they're quite short. So I actually want to extend those cables, and I'm thinking what the best way is to extend them, because I'm already going into a patch panel. So there's going to be another join somewhere. So I'm thinking, I don't want to use just pass-through connectors. I think there's going to be something that's going to be a little bit better. I need to find the right product to be able to connect them. What did I find? I think I found something on Amazon a little while ago. I can't find them. Maybe it's something like this, like a junction box. Yeah, like maybe. Not this specific one. But yeah, something like this maybe. I'm on the right page, hopefully. There you go. So maybe something like this, like kind of join them together, make it a bit more of a sturdier connection. Maybe I'll do a Cat6a ones, definitely. But yeah, something like that. I don't know. I'll have to have a little Google and see what I can probably use. I can see a few of that. I can see Cody's mentioned something, so I will have a look at that. Let's have a little look. Just went to look at mine at the front, and it says travel router. Under the screen, it has UTR on the backside, and it has UTR on the backside. Okay, interesting. Thank you very much for the super chat. I appreciate it. I want to try and pronounce your name. Photo. Yeah, yeah. I'm not going to pronounce that. I apologize for not being able to pronounce it, but thank you very much. I appreciate it. Everything does help out the channel in every single way, no matter what the donation is. Cool features. Cool feature will be a preset button that makes a number pad pop up. A cool feature will be a preset button that makes a number pad pop up instead of the timeline in Protect App Mobile. So you can easily. Okay, so you want something on your screen, basically. Okay, yeah, makes sense. Makes sense. Has the same range, has the same cost. Yeah, I mean, it's a 2-in-1, right? So, I mean, if you ever find that you don't need the U7 Pro, or you decide to upgrade it, you got yourself a Unify Express 7. So it's a win-win. Go to community pages and add the feature request. Yeah, I would definitely do that if that's something that you want to do. Currently, the Siren PoE has a limit to sound for 30 seconds. Do you think there's a feature that they will change so it can sound indefinitely? Possibly. I would definitely put that down as a feature request again. I mean, the more feature requests we throw at them, the likelihood is the more that they might add in. They might see what the real world use is for it, so they might add them in. So definitely throw them on the community forums. Seems like all the creators receive the unis with the travel router on it. I received mine from the UK store and it says Unify. I'll have to have a look at what mine is. I'm not going to go and grab it now, but yeah, I definitely want to have a look at that. Just give me 1 second. Can you check and see if those tabs on the side lock or not? And get back to us on that one. Yeah, I can do. I will definitely check that one. I'll be doing a video on it at some point. I just don't know when. Another one to add to the list. Oh, this video list is just keeps growing. It just keeps growing. Anyway, still waiting for the 5G version of still waiting for the 5G travel version. Is that the travel router you're talking about, or are you waiting for the 5G UDR? Because that's supposed to be coming soon. If we go to gateways, scroll down to the bottom, the Dream Router 5G Max. Get the wording right. So yeah, this is supposed to be coming in February 2026. So this will be coming out very soon, I would hope. And for any of you asking, no, I do not have this yet. So hopefully this will be coming out soon, whether it will be February 1st or February 28th. I don't know. Are we a leap year this year? I don't know. Leap year. Is 2026 a leap year? Nope, 2028 is the next one. So I should have kind of guessed that in terms of increments of 4. But anyway, I will have my moment. Probably a couple of really. You can use splice kits, I think. I will definitely check those out. Cody, I'll have a look to see what I can find, what will work best. But I have like 30 odd cables or something that I need to do. So maybe even 40. I don't know. I need to count how many I need to do. So that's definitely going to take a little while in itself. Stupid question. I can't find where to submit a ticket. So I think you have to start by doing a live chat first. I don't think there's a submit ticket anymore. But I think it's account.ui.com. Yeah, if you go to account.ui.com and then there's Ubiquiti, AI and live support. If you click on that, then if you click on live support, it'll, oh, damn it, I just opened up a chat. If you click on live support, it will take you to an AI agent. Type in your questions. It will try and take you around a circle. Not circle, it will try and answer whatever it can for you, and then it will send you to an agent. So yeah, account.ui.com. And I'm guessing if I scroll down, that question's already been answered. But nonetheless, we continue. The USW Flex is a great switch. Then you have the 2.5G came along, too big for small deployments. Excuse me, I apologize. It's not you guys that are boring me, I can assure you. It's just, yeah, I always do this. I leave my streams to the end of the day and I'm like, yeah, I'm done by the end of the day. I'm getting too old for this. But anyway, we move on. Okay, then the USW came along and it's too small for deployments. Would love a 2.5 Flex powered by PoE+++. So there is a 2.5 Flex 4, which is not powered by PoE, but I'm pretty sure you want some sort of PoE capacity. But yeah, that would be good if they could do something like that. Unfortunately, I don't know for sure. Ubiquiti sells rack mount surge suppression devices. You can put one of those in between the two sets of cables. I do, and I do have that. Not in this room. It's in another room. Or is it, actually? No, it's not. No, it's not in this room. So yeah, I do have the surge protection, which is the first thing that's going to go in. And then I'm going to try and figure out where all my outdoor devices are and get those plugged in. The other thing is I have to get some earthing or grounding, as you guys in the US call it, run to the rack. So I just need to try and figure out the best route to get that in. Go to settings. There is a small text saying, go to the settings of your device. I don't think I've ever done it this way before. So I think I'm about to learn something new. Go to the settings of your device. Settings. I actually want to try this while we're here. So go to the settings of your device. Or is it somewhere else? Am I missing something? Maybe I am. Anyway, I'm not. Yeah, I'm not gonna keep digging around for that one. Thank you. Already added a feature request. The 5G travel router. It's not very portable, but your 5G outdoor max, the 5G. What is the word of that? The Dream Router 5G Max. There we go. I'm going to get that word eventually. It's not very portable, but that will definitely do your 5G for you. That's for sure. Would you suggest recommend using Unify Superlink as a homemade alarm, maybe together with Home Assistant? You can. There's no reason why you can't. I'm still waiting for a few more things to pop out. This is just anyway. I'm still waiting for a few more things to come out, like the keypad to be able to arm and disarm. The reason I'm saying the keypad so freely that it's not been released is because it's been seen at multiple events and you can very easily find it online. So that's definitely going to be a key part of the design, and I think there needs to be a little bit more around. We have the motion sensor now, we have the door sensors, so we have the siren. I think we just need a few more devices, and then we can probably get round to using it as a full alarm system. I mean, that being said, you probably still can. You can arm and disarm from the mobile app, so there's no reason why not. But yeah, well, I think a few more additional items for release, and I think we're going to get there. My 42U does not lock in on the side. It was an original 42U that came from Ubiquiti. So maybe with a changed design. Yeah, I think even the one that I've ordered, or the one that I've got, is the original design. I don't think it's one of the newer ones with like the perforated doors. I think I just wanted the bigger weight capacity in it. So the newer ones only hold up to 80 kilos. This is the 12U ones I'm talking about. And the older ones hold 100 kilos. So yeah, I don't know what the exact changes in there, but yeah. This is what I'm in the process of doing, hence the question about the siren PoE being able to sound endlessly. Yeah, no, I get it. I think you're probably not going to be the only one in that situation, and obviously if people on that forum see it and they pick it up, they will add the +1 to it, I guess. Do you think the G7 Bullet will be released this year? I don't think they've completed their G6 lineup yet, let alone moving on to the G7. That being said, stranger things have happened. I haven't heard anything about a G7 lineup yet. I don't think that G6 lineup is complete. Take that as a hint or whatever you want. However, there are still maybe a couple more that need to be released. What those are, I can't say. And yeah, could you do? Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Take that how you wish. But if you do a quick Google, you'll probably see what came out of the UWC. So you will probably know exactly what I'm talking about. But I think also there's still a few cameras that are there that haven't been released. Or have they? Let's scroll down to the bottom. No, so the last one left is the AI multi-sensor. So that's supposed to be coming in January 2026. Okay, so how many days do we have left? 5, 6 days? What do we think? We have till next Saturday. Do we think this is going to be released before next Saturday? It would be good if it did. I really want to get my hands on one of these, but yeah, I'm not quite sure what sort of costing these are going to come in at, or yeah, I'm not holding. I want to say yes, but I'm not holding out my hopes. But that being said, they've released quite a bit in the last few weeks. Like I said, I know it's not been anything new as such, but things like the 5G Max, the motion sensor stuff that was supposed to be coming this month, they've been keeping on track with those. So yeah. Where did we get to? Yeah. Okay. Hello. I have USB, a multi USB, EE multi USB. It can be. Oh, 1 second. What this is? Oh dear. Anyway, right. So, what was this question? Is it possible that network traffic is blocked for DOR UDM SE? I have EE. I have a multi USB. It can be. Sorry, Albert. I'm not quite making sense of your question, unless I'm completely misreading it. Is it possible that network traffic is blocked for DOR UDM SE? Yeah, I'm not quite getting that question. Can you connect a third-party emergency button to unified door hub? Can you connect a third-party emergency button to the unified door hub? Yes, you can. It's just it's a push button that you can use. You can connect up. There's nothing fancy about that, but yeah, you can do a third-party emergency button. The only thing I can find is to submit feedback. I don't see anything about submitting a ticket. Maybe this is an EA feature. I'm running GA. Yeah, possibly. Anyway, but yeah, definitely account.ui.com is where I generally go. A G6 Flex would be nice. Yeah, I think a few people have asked for this. I don't think I didn't see it in the lineup, but I don't think it's not possible. Maybe they might release one. I'm not sure. Sorry to be a bit more precise, on my UDM SE, still running 4.4.6 under settings, below control panel. Below control panel and identity. Before the network version, there's a blue submit. Yeah, maybe that's an older version, but on the version that I'm running, that's not there anymore. It's moved. Let me double check. So if I go to here, go to settings. We'll wait for that to load 1 second. Maybe that was removed in the last version. Yeah, I mean, possibly. And I realize we're already at the hour mark. I didn't think we would go an hour, but I stand corrected. So I'll be here for another 30 seconds or so, maybe a minute. Take any more questions. Yeah, so on mine, I'm not going to tell you what version I'm running, but if I show you this. If I go to computer, yeah, you can see there that that's what I have on mine. So I don't see, I just see activate professional phone support. But yeah, account.ui.com is where you can submit. Let's just minimize this. Okay. So I think I'm definitely going to be releasing the G6 Pro Dome video this week. I'm hoping that I may release my Unified Network video this week. Who knows? But I definitely have a few other products that I need to do a video on. That's for sure. So the list isn't ending. So there will be other stuff. I just don't know what it looks like entirely yet. I think I need to think about what videos I want to do this week. But I will be back next Sunday, hopefully with something new to talk about. But who knows? That's not a hint, by the way. I don't have anything new. But let's see if we're back next week with something new. Thank you very much, CJ. Appreciate the super chat. And enjoy the rest of your weekend. And I will speak to you all next week.